Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Emily. Welcome back to another episode of Emily's Pop Podcast. So, in today's episode, we're going to be talking about new music that has just been released and different things that are happening right now in the industry. And yeah, so first off, I want to be talking about Selena Gomez's two new songs. The first one is called Lose You to Love Me, and the second one is called Look at Her Now. And the first time I heard Lose You to Love Me, I listened to it the first time on this past Friday, and then I listened to Look at Her Now Friday night. So first off, Lose You to Love Me. I listened to the song and watched the video, and let's just say, this girl had the video for Lose You to Love Me shot on an iPhone. Who do you know can shoot an amazing music video on a freaking iPhone 11? Like, it's crazy. So I listened to the song, and while I was watching the video on my YouTube on my TV, I was on my phone on Google, and I looked up the lyrics of the song. And it's such an emotional song, especially when you're like watching the video on one device and then you're looking at the lyrics on another. And it's an emotional, very, very emotional song. I couldn't even imagine what Selena must have felt at the moment that she was writing the song. And my favorite line in the song that kind of hits me, that kind of is like very, very emotional for me, is the pre-chorus that leads up to the chorus, which is we'd always go into it blindly. I needed to lose you to find me. This dancing was killing me softly. I needed to hate you to love me. And when I listened to that line, it was like very, very relatable. It kind of hit me a little bit just listening to that line, because I'm currently in a relationship that is kind of rocky at the moment, and sometimes I don't feel like I love myself because I'm putting more of my love on my significant other than I am myself. And what I've learned, or what I've been taught, and what a bunch of couple of people have told me, is that the number one thing in a relationship is that in order for you to love someone else, you have to love yourself. So that kind of stuck with me. So that's kind of my like motto for relationship. Like, if I want to be in a relationship with this person that I love so much, I have to love myself in order to love him. And so, like I said, I can't even imagine what Selena must have felt when she was writing that song at that moment, like 4 years ago. And now for her to release it is like, now you can see that Selena came out like a strong, independent woman, that she has girlfriends that she has Taylor Swift, she has her other friends, that she doesn't need a guy right now, that she's loving herself, she's loving life. And yeah, so her next song is Look at Her Now. And I watched the video, and I had to read the lyrics, because at some parts in the song I couldn't understand what she was saying, so I had to read the lyrics. So then I was like, I read the lyrics, and then I thought to myself, my thought process of listening to the song and reading the lyrics, I was like, oh, okay. So like, look at her now. So like, look at me now. Like, look where I am versus from where I was before. Selena's changed a lot throughout the years. The first time I watched Selena, or like listened to her music, was when I was about, I want to say 12 or 13 years old. And the first time that I watched her, which I can't really remember as much, but I first watched Selena on Barney when I was about 5 or 6 years old. I watched Selena Gomez and I watched Demi Lovato on Barney, and then I watched Selena Gomez and Demi Lovato on Princess Protection Program, and watching Selena on Wizards of Waverly Place, which was actually my all-time favorite show. Every time I saw that there was a new episode out of Wizards of Waverly Place on Disney Channel, I would automatically just turn my TV on and just start watching it. Or I can just go on my Disney Now app and just like watch it, which was awesome. And like, I wouldn't say that I'm necessarily have went through the same things that Selena has went through. I mean, yeah, she's went through breakups, hard breakups. I mean, I did too. I mean, my last one wasn't really a relationship necessarily, a boyfriend girlfriend relationship type of. It was more of a friendship that kind of ended on not so easy terms, which is really hard on my part, and I know it was hard on the other person's part, but it hurt me a lot. So I kind of can relate to what Selena had went through in that past relationship that she had wrote the song about. And everybody knows it is about Justin Bieber. And Justin actually commented on the song, and he said that like he doesn't want to dwell on the past, that he's happy with Haley in his future and everything else that he's going to be doing in his future. So I mean, I applaud Justin for that. I mean, I wouldn't want to dwell on my past either. So especially if it's a hard breakup that I don't really want to look back on and I really don't want to talk about. So now currently what's happening in other entertainment news and music news, Kanye West released a album called Jesus is King. I personally yet have to listen to the album. I haven't listened to it yet. I probably might listen to it later on after I finish my podcast and just, give my personal opinion on it. I probably might listen to it and then just post it, my opinion on my Facebook or my Instagram or something. Now you guys are probably saying like, Facebook, how old are you? I'm 19, but I have Facebook because, I mean, the only other social media thing that I have is Instagram, but I barely go on my Instagram as much. I'm usually more on Facebook or like Pinterest. So, and Pinterest is actually where I get my ideas for my YouTube channel. Well, it's mine and my friend's YouTube channel. It's Emily and Serena. So if you guys want to go follow it, you should. And then I have to start making days where I can actually have time to do my podcast. So, because most likely sometimes in the morning I'm on my computer and I'm like editing past videos that we've done. Like we did a video like last month, and we still have yet to do a video. So we were supposed to do a video today, but we couldn't. So we probably might do one tomorrow or Wednesday or whenever. And I'm also trying to write my own music. I've been writing songs since I was about 12 years old. I started singing when I was 11, so I started writing songs when I was 12, and then I started getting vocal classes and performing on stages when I was about 14 years old. The first song that I sang on stage professionally, like in front of a crowd, about maybe 50 people, was Demi Lovato, This Is Me from Camp Rock. And when I tell you I was nervous, I was hella nervous because I was like 14 years old, and like, what? Like, to actually process it now that I'm like 19 and not really doing as much on stage time, like festivals and stuff like I used to do with the organization that I was with, which was an amazing, incredible organization. I was with the organization, which they were called, they're named Stir Up the Gift talent organization, and I was with them since I was 14. And I want to give a shout out to I know she probably won't listen to this, but I know all of my friends that are still at Stir Up do have Spotify. So is Stir Up the Gift talent organization, and I want to give a shout out to the beautiful Miss Melinda. She has brought me out of my shell since I was 14. And if you know me, and a lot of my close friends know me, like my family and especially my friends at Stir Up, they know, and especially Miss Melinda, she knew that, and she knows still, she knows that I was a very shy person. Like, when I first started with Stir Up, I was like, I didn't even want to move. I would stand in the middle of the room singing in the microphone and wouldn't move. So it took about maybe 2 years up until I was about 15 15 or 16 years old, I started to get out my shell a little bit, and I started dancing a little bit on stage. I did Havana by Camila Cabello, and Havana was like the most popular song ever. I did One Direction's Drag Me Down when One Direction was a band, was a group, and I did multiple songs. I did like a whole bunch of other songs that I really can't remember. I did I did Drag Me Down. I wanted to do I did like Fifth Harmony songs. I really wanted to do Alicia Keys' If I Got You, and I really wanted to do Whitney Houston's If I Have Nothing, but if you ain't Whitney Houston and if you don't have the vocal range like Whitney Houston, don't even try to sing the song. But if you think you can sing Whitney Houston or Alicia Keys, go ahead and do it. I mean, my favorite song to sing was Alicia Keys' If I Ain't Got You, and I would really, really love, like, I know Alicia won't be listening to this, but maybe one of her managers or like someone in the industry probably might be listening to this. I would really, really love to work with Alicia Keys because she's so beautiful. She's so just a very energetic soul in person, and I really, really, really love to work with her. There's a whole bunch of up there artists that I would really love to work with that are like up there in the industry, like DJ Khaled. I mean, we the best. Like, I would love to work with DJ Khaled. I would also love to work with Jake Miller, like I said before in past podcast and past episodes, that I would really love to work with Jake Miller. I mean, he's such a soulful person, and he's so amazing, and his music is awesome, and I would really love to. I know how he does music. Like, all his music that he does currently now is in his bedroom, in a little studio that's set up in his bedroom. So I would really love to learn how to do that and what equipment to use and stuff like that. I would really love to work with Hunter Hayes. I've been wanting to work with Hunter Hayes since I was about maybe 15, 16 years old. And I really started really wanting to get to work with Hunter since I listened to his song, Dear God. I really wanted to start working with him after I heard that song, because I never knew that Hunter Hayes was a Christian. I never knew that he was so strong in his faith with God. And I would, after that point that I listened to that song, I really would start to work. I really want to work with Hunter. I think that'd be pretty cool. And I can't get enough of his new album, Wild Blue. Actually, that's my favorite album so far by Hunter. Not like, well, I love Wanted and like his songs 21, Tattoo, I Want Crazy. Those are like all my favorite songs. But my current favorite songs right now from his album Wild Blue is Wild Blue, Madness, Loving You, and then he has Heartbreak, and he has One Good Reason, and then he has Dear God on the album. He has a whole bunch of other songs that are my favorite, but I just really honestly love One Good Reason and Heartbreak and Dear God, I think. And Wild Blue are actually my top songs from that album. They're my favorite. So I'd really love to work with Hunter. I think that'd be an amazing opportunity and experience. And another person, two female artists I would really love to work with that I'm starting to listen to more is actually Madison Beer and Becky G. I would really love to work with Becky G and Madison Beer because, first of all, Madison Beer is like beautiful. Her vocals are crazy. I mean, like, come on. My two favorite songs from Madison are Dead and Home With You. I think those are my top two favorite. I really love Dead. The chorus is actually my favorite song. My favorite part from Dead by Madison Beer. I mean, if you guys haven't heard Madison Beer's Dead or Home With You, Dead goes a little like this. Like, this is the chorus. It's like, you say you can live without me, so why aren't you dead yet? Why are you still breathing? If you say you can live without me, why aren't you dead yet? Why do you say that? Why? Something like that. And then Home With You is the beginning of the song starts with a chorus. So it's like, I ain't got no time for no games. Tell me what you like, but it's never gonna change. So you do what you wanna do. And I'm not going home with you, home with you. I ain't got no time for no games. I'm not being rude, can you give me my space? Cause I do what I wanna do. And I'm not going home with you, home with you. Actually, my top 2 favorite songs from Madison. And another female artist. I mean, I have a whole bunch of female artists I would love to work with, but another top female artist that I would really love to work with was she's the reason why I started singing, why I really started pursuing music, is none other than the one, the only, Miss Demi Lovato. Like I said, I started listening to Demi when I was since I was 11, since when I started singing, was when I was 11 years old. And the first song that I heard from Demi was her song, Give Your Heart a Break. And that was the song that actually got me to start just singing and pursuing music and stuff. The first song I wrote, it was a Christmas song, so it was around Christmas time. It's around maybe the second or third week of December, getting close to Christmas, and we already had the tree up and stuff, so we had the lights on the tree, and we had it on, so I would like sit up, go to the living room, sit in the living room, have my little like journal, and I wrote a Christmas song. It wasn't good. I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't good. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. It was called Christmas Without You, and don't even ask me to sing the lyrics because I forgot completely what the lyrics are to the song. But Demi is one of the reasons why I started singing, and she is my number one inspiration in music. So I would really, honestly, I think it would be such an honor if, and a dream come true if I worked with Demi. I think that'd be crazy, amazing. Like, I would probably cry if I ever met Demi Lovato. That'd be crazy. And you know, there's a whole bunch of other songs and stuff that I really can't remember right now what other songs are out right now. And actually, I can't wait until I start releasing my own music. Super, super excited. And with that being said, this is all for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode, and I will see you guys next time. And with that being said, don't forget that where the dream lies is where the journey begins. I will see you guys next time. Bye.